Hi Internet, I'm Tango and these are Tango's Takes. And the take for today, Wednesday, July, 28th, 2021. Communicate changes in policy enforcement. And somebody just sat there and went, but we always communicate changes in policy. And that's not what I said. It is not unusual, and I wish it were, for policies to lose enforcement over time for a variety of reasons. Maybe it was a policy that the team that previously was responsible for it was unfamiliar with, and now someone has reviewed it and went, why aren't we doing this? This is a problem. It's now a risk. Hey, you, new team that wasn't here when this was a thing that was new and last enforced, but is most definitely still policy. Your turn. Enforce the policy, and you're seen as the bad guys. Maybe the policy was temporarily suspended or altered because of, I don't know, a pandemic. Though I'm going to argue that a suspended or altered policy is not a change, is arguably a change in policy. But it can also technically not be. The policy's been suspended. Doesn't mean it's not there, it just means it's not currently enforced. But the fact of the matter is, if you suddenly start holding people accountable for something they have technically been accountable for, but until this point, they weren't actually being held accountable, it is important to communicate in a professional fashion that this policy is now going to be enforced. Where I am right now, we had a policy of no personal printers. That was suspended for the pandemic. But when we eventually returned to office, people not on max telework or exclusive telework or primary telework are going to have their home personal printers uninstalled. It's a thing. I've had to, with my current team, reach out and go, hey, we've seen that people aren't doing the things that are listed in documentation. You're not recording certain information in tickets. I'm going to start spot checking tickets, and if I find that you're missing things, I'm going to have a talk with you. And if I have to have more than one talk with you, it's going to get documented. And if I keep having to talk with you about it, it's going to be a written consultation, and so on and so forth. But the point is, the first thing I have to do is go, hey team, I've noticed that a lot of people aren't doing this thing, and it is our policy to do this thing, to document these things in a ticket. Please start doing this, because I will begin spot checking these things in the future. You're not changing policy. You are announcing your intent to enforce policy. And some people will see it as a change in policy, and that's a bad perception. It is a misperception. The perception should be that you are starting to enforce the policy, and to make sure that people are aware of the policy. If they weren't, you have to communicate that. Communication is key to everything. Stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll catch you all next time.